Hello, and welcome to my podcast. My name is Cheryl, and this is Cappuccino Crafts, my little channel on YouTube, and my corner of the general interwebs where I like to talk about knitting and sometimes crochet and books I might be reading. Spoiler alert, there has been reading this week. And also TV or movies I am enjoying watching, and other life and general chatty things that I want to share with you. So thank you for watching this video and choosing to spend a little bit of your time with me. I really do appreciate it. And please settle in, get yourself a delicious beverage, and grab your yarn, your hook, your needles, or maybe an embroidery project, or maybe some fiber and a spindle, or whatever you need. And let's get started. Let's get started, shall we? Things are a little strange right now. And I hope that you are okay wherever you are, and that your family and your loved ones are doing okay too. I hope everyone is healthy and being careful and staying safe. And yeah, so crafting and books are a wonderful coping mechanism for us right now. So I have been crafting and reading. There was a cozy reading night, which is hosted by Lauren of the YouTube channel Lauren and the Books, which I highly recommend her channel because she has a lot of personality, and she's just fun to watch. She also reads a great variety of things, and so there's always something interesting. But yeah, I did a vlog of my cozy reading night that I did. And if you search on YouTube for cozy reading night, you'll find other people's past and present videos that they have made about their cozy reading nights. She usually does it about once a quarter, seasonally. There's a winter one, a spring one, maybe a holiday one, and a fall one. And this one, she just kind of made it an impromptu one for March 20th. She kind of announced it, and it was it was a little bit impromptu, and she called it the Stay-at-Home Club, which I think we're all members of right now. But a great distraction. So if you're interested in watching that, I did manage to get a somewhat decent vlog. I'm not good at vlogging, but that was good practice, and it's okay. I'm not mad at it. it was a pretty all right job. Anyway, so I cast on a new project. Actually, I was swatching. I made a swatch during cozy reading night, and now today I have actually cast on the actual project. Here it is. See, there's not much. This is going to be the Streamline Tank, and the details of that will be in the show notes. I can't remember her name right now, the designer of the pattern. But details and notes will be in the description box under this video, and also in my Ravelry project pages. I do make a project page on Ravelry for every project that I've done ever since I started Ravelry, and a couple of them from before that I could find and take a photo of. Anyway, so if you ever need more information or want to be able to look up details of anything that you've seen in any of my videos, project-wise, there is a Ravelry project page you can find, and also I put show notes in the description box under each video. So the Streamline Tank is here, and I am working this flat. This is going to be a front or a back. The front and the back are identical for this pattern. You just follow the instructions and make 2 pieces, and then seam up the sides and the shoulder strap. So I did the alternating cable cast on for this 1x1 ribbing at the bottom of the tank. This is a bottom-up pattern, and I got that. I learned the alternating cables cast on from diagrams and instructions in the Everglades hat by Woolly Wormhead. That is the cast on she recommended for that hat, and I think for a 1x1 rib, the alternating cable cast on looks really seamless and beautiful, almost as invisible as a tubular cast on. In the tubular cast on, there are different ways to do it, and some of them are a little bit easier, some of them are really fiddly. I've never found a way that I really like for doing the tubular cast on. I don't mind it for the tubular for a shorter cast on, like for a hat. That's not a ton of stitches, and but for a longer cast on, I just can't with the tubular cast on right now. But I find that the alternating cables cast on is almost as invisible and looks so good to start a 1x1 ribbing. So that's what I did, and I'm really glad I did. There are 3 colors of this yarn that I have. Oh, and there's the phone. I'm not going to answer it. The yarn that I have is Kobasi DK by Haiku. And I have 3 colors that I'm going to stripe. And this gray is number 37, gunmetal gray. And this is colorway number 8, but I couldn't find a name. And this is colorway 9, aqua mint. And I think they look beautiful together, and I think it's going to make a wonderful striped project. So I had a great cozy reading night, and another bonus of cozy reading night is that while I was looking for yarns to start a new project, I found in a bag with other crochet thread a project I had forgotten about. This pattern is called Bagatelle, and I think it was not necessarily meant to be a bookmark. It just was meant to be whatever you wanted. Like maybe you could wear it around, you know, as a decoration around your neck, or any use that you could find. And I thought it would make a lovely dangly bookmark. And it was not fully finished. It still had all the threads dangling from the ends, and the pattern calls for crocheted balls to be berries, and you would attach them next to the leaves. But I always intended to put beads instead of crocheted balls. And so I got my beads out and I used the dangling threads to attach the beads, and now it is fully finished, and I used it as my bookmark during cozy reading night to start this book, The Good People by Hannah Kent. I also, during cozy reading night, read almost to the end of 3 Bags Full, and then I started a new audiobook. I began listening to The Clockmaker's Daughter by Kate Atkinson. So I will show you now my yoke, which is just getting bigger and bigger. This is the Branches and Buds pullover. With stranded color work here. And I just started in this round. This is the beginning of the round marker right here. I just started an increase row. So I'm going to increase a bunch of stitches. This is almost the last set of increases before the yoke is finished. So I'm going to do this round of increases, and then I think maybe 10 more rounds, and then the final increases to get the yoke to its full size, which includes this part of the sleeves and around your front and around your back. So it's a lot of stitches. Then the next thing you, after the yoke is all done, you separate the sleeve sections and just continue in the round for the body. I have also made progress on the socks. I have also made progress on the socks. These are with some Patton's Croy yarn in the colorway Coastal Stripes. Oh, and this yarn for this pullover, I am using Blacker Yarns Brushwork, which is a sport weight yarn. And that's how my projects are going. I am excited about having a new project on the go. And also excited about getting back to reading. There was some weird weather again today. I don't know, that seems to be a theme the last couple of episodes. But I tried recording earlier, didn't go very well. And right at the start of that recording, it was alternating between a little bit of rain and sleet for about, 10 minutes. And it was really cool to watch it out the window, because I'm sitting here and I can see out the window. And also I could hear the rain, which was, softly. And then when it would change to sleet, it got louder, but still not unpleasant. It's a nice kind of ambient sound. Yeah, with that strange spring weather, it also made me think about seasonal knitting or crafting or hobbies in general. Um, yeah, are you like a seasonal knitter or crafter? Do you work on different crafts in different times of the year or in different weather? Um, I do knit all year round for sure. But I do find that my knitting does change with the seasons and the weather. In spring and summer, I like to work more with plant fibers and lighter weight yarns, not woolly wools. The only wool I like to work with in hot weather is sock yarn, because even though socks are still wool, they're small projects. They don't like flow onto your lap and cover your legs. They're not big and bulky. They it it's not like it doesn't make you hot while you're working on them. Um, and even if I'm working on like a garment in a cotton or a linen, if the yarn is a lighter weight yarn and cotton, or even if it's like a DK weight yarn, um, it's still cotton, and often with summery projects and summer tops, you might work them at a looser gauge so they're drapey and flowy. So they're not like really dense and heavy. They're more like airy. And if you're doing a lace, like a summery lace shoulder wrap or a summery lace top, it's very airy and breathable. It does not get bulky and hot while you're working on it. I definitely do not work on any blankets when the weather is warm or hot. Um, yeah, so how do you adjust your knitting for the seasons, or is it not or do you just kind of really work on the same things all year round, depending on what you knit? It doesn't have, like socks. Socks work in any season, any kind of weather. And there are other kinds of projects that uh, aren't necessarily better for hot or cold or more comfortable to work with when you're um, in cold weather or hot weather. In fall and winter, though, I love woolly wool. I love working on sweaters and cardigans and like DK and worsted woolly wool, or my crochet blanket, and it just covers my legs and it's so warm and cozy while I'm working on it. Um, that's what I love to work on in fall and winter. Um, so yeah, what are your thoughts about seasonal knitting? I'm really glad that even though we're all like staying home, except for essential things, and keeping our distance, at least we have telephone and internet technology to help us check in with people and stay connected, and still be able to come together uh, and feel a part of our community. I think that's really important. Make the best of it as much as you can, and stay safe and be careful, and see you next time. Bye bye.